Well, the sun's been down for about 2 hours, but the action is just about to begin here at St. Francis School in Mountain View, California at the Richards Family Court. My name is Mike Messner, and I'll be bringing you all the action for tonight's contest between the visiting Sacred Heart Fightin' Irish and the St. Francis Lancers. The Fightin' Irish play in the West Catholic League of the Central Coast section. They come into St. Francis tonight with an overall 8-7 record this season, but they have yet to win in league play. The Irish have had a tough run of it in the recent weeks. They've lost recent games to St. Ignatius and Lick Wilmerding. St. Francis also plays in the West Catholic League, and the Lancers have racked up 13 wins against just 3 losses, and they're in even 2-2 against league opponents. St. Francis overcame Presentation last Saturday night and defeated Valley Christian the night before that. Looking at the standings, St. Ignatius is the current king of the hill in the West Catholic League with a 3-0 record. Archbishop Mitty would disagree with that fact since they are also undefeated in league play, but they're running second to St. Ignatius as of this evening, according to MaxPreps.com. St. Francis is alone in 3rd place with Valley Christian in 4th and Sacred Heart tied with Presentation for 5th place. These two teams have not faced each other this season before tonight. The last time they played, it was in February of 2020, right before the COVID pandemic began. Sacred Heart won that contest 53-36. The Lancers went on to 2 playoff victories that season before being eliminated by Oakland Tech on March 3rd, 2020. Sacred Heart likewise went on to capture 2 playoff games before a defeat at the hands of Del Oro High School on March 5th, 2020. Looking at the maturity level of these two teams, it would appear to favor Sacred Heart in spite of the record that they bring to the table tonight. They have 2 seniors, 6 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 5 freshmen. St. Francis, on the other hand, has 5 seniors, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, no freshmen at all on their squad. So it should be quite a contest this evening. Players that you're going to want to keep an eye on in particular, for the Lancers, number 11, Jess Oakland. She leads the Lancers in assists per game, steals per game, and blocks per game. For the Fightin' Irish, you'll want to keep an eye on the Sawyer twins, Jania, number 11, and Mia, number 24. Both of them freshmen, but both of them have been very effective so far. You can hear in the background the announcement of the opening lineup for the Lancers. That's Jewel Merriman, Jess Oakland, Jamie Garospi, Natalia Grizelj, and Sydney Stewart. And we're just about to give it a go here. Malia Scobie will be starting off for the tip-off for the Irish. Leilani Blecha is on the floor there too. Also Reza Poe, Kiana Moniz, and Mia Franceschi. And the Lancers strike first on a 3-pointer right out of the gun. There's Poe into the forecourt. Now she gives to Blecha. Over in the corner, back to Poe. Poe driving. And off the iron, and it's back into the hands of Natalia Grizlej. Pass out, going for three, off the iron, but got the rebound. Driving in, there's Stewart, trying to scoop it under, didn't quite go. And here come the Fighting Irish. That's Blecha. Driving in along the left post, now gets tied up, dishes it off to Franceschi. Now to Scobie. Now back to Bonice. From the paint, about a 4-footer there, and it didn't go. Garospi leading the Lancers back down. Pass under that, and it's off the hands of Sydney Stewart, the 6'2" senior. And the Fighting Irish get it again. Down 3-0. That's Poe. Trying to work it in to Moniz. Moniz right above the arc. There's Blecha. Blecha driving along the right post. 10-footer, and it goes. And the Fighting Irish are on the board, 3-2. Garospi into the forecourt. Now to Oakland. Oakland trying to get a little bit of leverage. And for three, and it's off the rim. And the Fighting Irish have it again. Quickly coming down. Now slowing it up a little bit. That's Blecha. Blecha trying to get a layup, won't go. Jess Oakland bringing the Lancers in, and a good bank off the backboard by Sydney Stewart. And it's a 3-point margin once again. Reza Poe. Blecha off the pivot. Now in for that 4-footer, and it won't go again. That's 2 missed shots by Malia Scobie. And the Lancers now along the right post, about a 6-footer, and that one's a little bit too hard. There's Moniz. Moniz driving. Slowing it up a little bit. Now back out, 3-pointer, nothing but net by Leilani Blecha. And we got ourselves a tie game. There's Garospi. Turnaround dribble. Now from the foul line, dishing it out. Picking up from the dribble. Now from the corner, and that one won't go. Another attempt at 3. Good shot there by Merriman, but it didn't go. Now Reza Poe at midcourt. And off the leg of Blecha, and wasn't able to pick it up, and the Lancers get it back. No fouls on either team so far. St. Francis moving the ball a bit faster in the early going. Sacred Heart getting down into the forecourt and then slowing it down so that they can dish it out to their shooters. Driving along the right post, and that's blocked. And Sacred Heart comes up with it. Moniz. 3-pointer, no, off the rim. St. Francis gets it back again. There's Garospi. Now back out to Grizelj. And 3-pointer coming and in and out. And Poe slowing it down a little bit. Still in the backcourt. Looking for some daylight. Now gets it off to Enriquez. Enriquez at the foul line. Dishing it back out. Driving along the left post. Now back out again to Moniz, who's driving. 10-footer, and it's off the iron. Now being double teamed there was Jess Oakland. Pass and then pass again. Going for 3, and it's in and out. Heartbreaker. Rebound there, and Sydney Stewart banks it home as the Lancers recapture the lead. Poe into the forecourt. Off the screen by Scobie. There's Blecha. Blecha holding on to it. Oh, and a three-point attempt by Enriquez, and it's blocked, and here come the Lancers again. And some sort of a violation there. Lancers will maintain possession. First foul of the game, and it goes against the Fighting Irish. Griselge will make the inbound pass, and she does. Oakland. Griselge. Oh, off the iron. That's Sawyer. Jania Sawyer, and that one won't go. Garospi bringing it back up. Lancers slowing down a little bit now. Now a pass immediately back from Oakland, and Garospi couldn't handle it. Turnover. And Sacred Heart will get the ball. Jania Sawyer with the inbound pass to Poe. Poe off the screen. Wasn't able to get a whole lot of daylight. That's Sawyer, that's Mia Sawyer there. Passing it out to her sister. Now Jania coming through a boatload of traffic. Didn't get the shot off, and the Lancers will get possession. Now Sacred Heart trying a little bit of backcourt defense. Now trying to double team a little bit. Back out, and it's stolen. Poe looked like she might go for the three-pointer, but then dished it out. There's Jania Sawyer. Almost broken up there, but Franceschi gets it. Three-point attempt, and it's off the rim. Another disappointing there. Mia Sawyer there with the attempt. 1:16 left to go in the period. That's Skylar Tush, number 33, who's now in the game. Three-pointer attempt by Skylar, and it's off the iron. Rebound gotten, nothing but net. Shot by Jess Oakland from about 9 feet out. 9-5, less than a minute to go. Now off the screen. Poe, quick dribbling, backs off a little bit. There's Mia. Mia back out to Jania. Jania from the foul line, three-point attempt, too hard. And here come the Lancers on a fast break. Dribbling behind her back there is Jess Oakland. Holds up, and Garospi, that ended up being an air ball. It's out of bounds, and the Fighting Irish will get it. 24.5 seconds to go. We're in a 9-5 game. Sawyer, and she traveled. 9.5 on the clock. A frustrating first quarter for Sacred Heart. A lot of missed chances and a couple of unforced errors. But by no means a runaway for the Lancers. And at the buzzer, that one won't go, and the first period ends. With the score, St. Francis 9, Sacred Heart 5. We'll step away while these teams reconnoiter. We'll be right back to St. Francis High School. Don't go away. Back here at St. Francis High School, as these two teams are getting ready to start their second quarter, it's a 9-5 score. It's a 9-5 score here. And as I said before we went to the break, A lot of frustration for the Fighting Irish. A lot of shots that just missed the mark and were off the rim. And a couple of unforced errors. St. Francis played fairly flawless ball so far. 3-point attempt there, and once again, it's off the glass. And the Lancers come away with a rebound this time. That's Ava Saglembeni. And now a 3-point attempt, and that one's just a little bit off. And Sacred Heart gets the rebound off the pivot. And here comes Jania Sawyer. Now to Reza. Reza trying it and it's short. They get the rebound. Get a new shot clock. Driving along the right post, about a 9-footer, and it won't go. Frustration prevails. And here come the Lancers, Jess Oakland. Driving along the left post, now backs off. Saglembeni, and the whistle goes. And the inbound pass now. Oakland. There's Touch. And now into the paint, and now out of it, driving in, and it's blocked. And Sacred Heart does come away. It's a loose ball. St. Francis looks to have it, and we may have a jump ball. Coming off of that block, which was very impressive, considering that this group of girls from Sacred Heart is not the tallest team by any means in the league. But they were able to come away with a block shot there. Nice defense. Now looped over, there's Took. And she loses it. Another loose ball, but St. Francis comes up with it this time. That's Griselge. Now a three-pointer by Took, and it's in and out. And St. Francis gets, or Sacred Heart gets the rebound. Briskly bringing it back to Sawyer. Sawyer now to Gallegos. Gallegos drifting along. Turnaround dribble, and it's in and out. Disappointment again. So now St. Francis with Garospi bringing it up very slowly. And another steal attempt. And that one's just a little short. That was Jess Oakland with the shot. Griselge gets the rebound. Now driving, there's Oakland. And tried to muscle up a shot from just inside the foul line. Didn't go, and she'll go to the line. Jess Oakland plays guard and forward. She's a 5'10" senior, and as I said, leads the team in assists per game, steals per game, and blocks per game. And she has made 68% of the shots she has taken from the foul line. And that's going to be 68 and change with the one she just got in. And that one won't go. Sacred Heart with the ball again. Under the paint, and that one's blocked. And Jamie Garospi swatting that one away. The Fighting Irish do retain possession. Inbound pass. Over the arc. Now down from the dribble, that was Blecha. Now into the paint, and that one's blocked. That was Malia Scobie, the 5'11" center, with the attempt on that one. Kiana Muniz will do the inbound pass. And that one's almost all the way out. There's Blecha. Blecha driving. Can't find any daylight. Now passes it off to Muniz. Muniz, and now a shot, and that one, it goes home by Malia Scobie. And a timeout is called. Great shot there by Scobie, and that narrows the margin to the closest it has been all evening. We'll step aside while these teams figure out what they're going to do next. Don't go away. Don't forget, basketball fans, the Post Restaurant provides a contemporary, sophisticated ambiance and diverse menu to their guests. The Post always delivers an exceptional experience. The Post, comfort food you can feel good about. And St. Francis has mostly got to be feeling good about the game that they're playing right now. Although that margin, up until a minute ago, was only 2 points, and now it's back to 5. As Sacred Heart still trying to find an answer. And there's a shot, and that one just at the three-point line. That was by Maddie Eddy, and that one won't go, or Maddie Eid, I should say. There's Griselge. Sydney Stewart there too, and Stewart tries to lay it in, and it doesn't go. But Merriman getting the rebound. There's Griselge. Griselge riding off the screen. Loops a pass into Stewart. And Stewart will go to the line. Sydney Stewart, who is the points per game leader and the rebounds per game leader. She's 6'2". And her free throw percentage is about 46%. That's respectable. For two-pointers that she's made a try at, 65% of them have gone home. 223 points so far this season, not counting what she's gotten tonight. And that one will trickle in. And it's a 6-point game now for the St. Francis Lancers here at the Schott Family Team Center. Driving in. Now along the right post, and that one will go. And that keeps some life going. That was Reza Poe with that bucket. There's Griselge driving along the left side, almost to the baseline. Now dribbling it back off. She's double teamed. She's going to have to take it, and it's stolen. And here comes a drive there, a fast break. That was led by Kiana Moniz. And a long one, and that one's just going to miss. Leilana Blecha. Not quite enough on that one. That's Griselge. And that one's broken up. And some more ball hawking going on here by the Fightin' Irish here in the second period. Three-point attempt, perfect. And Natalia Griselge, the 5'10" senior guard, racks up a few more for the Lancers. There's Poe. Poe out to Scobie. And one step too many there. That was Maddie Eid, the 5'11" freshman. One of two freshmen for the Fightin' Irish. And St. Francis gets the ball again. It's a 17-10 game with 3 minutes left in the period. Garospi into Oakland. Oakland driving, the whistle goes. And a foul there. It's out to Merriman. Merriman and, oh, in and out by Griselge. And it's a loose ball, and it looks like it should be going to Sacred Heart, and it is. Once again, Reza Poe bringing the ball up slowly. Now a double screen there. Passes it off to Gallegos. Gallegos for three, and that one missed the net by, or missed the rim, I should say, by about a foot. And Sacred Heart will keep possession of this one with 14 on the shot clock. Neither team so far having too much trouble getting their shots off before time expires. I haven't heard any teams or fans counting down the seconds on the shot clock, but right now they're counting down a timeout. And that one taken by the Lancers. We'll step aside while they figure things out. Back here at St. Francis High School. And the Lancers are going to get the ball after that foul or turnover. And a lot of pressure defense, and it's stolen. Sacred Heart and trying that, and that one off the backboard into the net. That's Inez Gallegos, the 5'11 sophomore guard. And right like that, the Lancers drive it down, draw the foul, and they get the bucket. And they've got a shooter at the line again. Sydney Stewart for her second attempt. And that one just off the rim. And a great attempt to save that one by both squads. I think Jess Oakland was in on that one, but Sacred Heart will get it back. 7-point game here. Poe to Moniz. Now to Gallegos. And that one's broken up and stolen. And here come the Lancers. Garospi into the forecourt. Now to Grizelge. And three-point attempt by Oakland, and it won't go. And an attempt there, broken up pass, good pivot there, and that's out of bounds. And Gallegos tossing that pass wide of her teammate. Jania Sawyer coming back into the game now for the Irish. That's passed off to Grizelge. Grizelge back to Garospi, and Garospi trying to get out a double and triple team. And for the third time this quarter, the Lancers are at the line. This time it's Jamie Garospi. And Jamie has a 67% free throw average, but that one won't help. And the Irish get it back after the missed free throw. 1:13 to go in the half. Reza Poe. Bounce pass. That's to Lilani Blecha, who's at the, oh, she stepped out of bounds, but the referee says play on. Driving along the left post, now dished out to Blecha. Three-pointer, no. And that one's tipped out of bounds, and that one will remain with the Irish. And the Lancers probably didn't like that call. They think they should have gotten the ball back. Poe with the inbound pass. There's Sawyer. Three-point attempt, a long way off, and Lilani Blecha drives it home. 4-point game. So the accuracy of the Fighting Irish has improved in this second quarter, but they are still down by 4 points. There's a shot, about a 5-footer, and rebounded and laid back up. And that's Skylar Took, if I'm not mistaken. 24 to go. Reza Poe looking around, gives it to Mia Sawyer. That's Moniz. Now to Poe. Poe driving, wanted the layup, took a spill. And that's the first foul called on the Lancers all night, the first team foul. 7 fouls for the Fighting Irish. So that's another liability where they've made up for it in shooting. They have lost ground in the foul contest. And Poe, first attempt is in and out. And that one falls. 6 seconds left. Hand it off, and Grizelge with a nice attempt at the buzzer, but it didn't go. And the Lancers head into the locker room with a 5-point lead. And that's where we'll leave half this game with the score. Lancers 21, Fightin' Irish 16. Don't go away. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment. Welcome back to St. Francis High School. As you can see, we've got a 21-16 game going here between these two. The thing that distinguished quarter two from quarter one in the mind of this journalist is the shooting of the Fighting Irish. Whereas the first quarter, there were any number of attempts at 3-point and 2-point shots that either missed the hoop or went in and out. During the second quarter, Sacred Heart really came alive, used a lot more pressure defense, and did get the benefit of increased and more accurate shooting, which is why we're in a 5-point deficit now rather than something closer to 10. And here come the Lancers. Garospi bringing it in. Now out to Merriman. There's Stewart. And a layup there. An extra 2 points, and that was Jess Oakland who had it. Jess, a senior, standing 5'10", plays guard and forward. And that's Ashley Enriquez there. There's Blecha. And the whistle goes. Malaya Scobie was near that, but Sacred Heart will maintain possession of the ball. Out of the corner, that's Scobie. Driving in to the paint, and that one's off the iron. And there may have been a blocking penalty there, but she'll go to the line. First time we have seen Sacred Heart make some free throws. And that one won't go. Sacred Heart did also get into some foul trouble. They had 7 team fouls in the first half. St. Francis only had 1, and that one will be good for 3, and it's a 4-point game again. Quick passes in there. And now for the layup, and down it goes. That was from Sydney Stewart. The assist there was from Jewel Merriman, number 3. And now Reza Poe. That's Blecha. Back to Poe, out to Blecha. Blecha for 3, and that one looked great, but it was a little short off the front rim. Here comes Grizelge. Now in the corner. And that one's broken up, and there may have been a hand check there. St. Francis keeping possession. Garospi. And that one's up and out. And great second effort there, and Sydney Stewart lays it in. Enriquez into the foot. No, I beg your pardon, that was Moniz. And now Poe driving in, dishing it out, dishing it back out there to Blecha. Blecha to Enriquez. And now to Eid. Going for a hook shot, and that's kind of snuffed out by Scobie with the attempt. And the Lancers dish it out again. That time it's to Garospi, and that one's from the corner, and it's good. And that's Jewel Merriman. And Sacred Heart says, we've had enough of this, let's talk. 5:45 to go in the third period. It's a 30-19 ball game. Lancers still leading. Don't go away. Nick French is currently the #1 Sereno agent in Los Altos and Los Altos Hills. Nick provides unmatched market knowledge and understanding of how to properly prepare a home. When you work with Nick, you will get his personal expertise every time you meet. Work with the best, Nick French. As Sacred Heart tries to get something going again here in the third quarter. That's Gallegos. And Scobie manages to get a pair there. Here come the Lancers. That's Griselge. That was Oakland. Now back to Griselge for three, and it won't go. And a long rebound. Griselge now into Stewart. Stewart under the pin. Now back onto Garospi, and it's broken up. And that one's headed out. And St. Francis will keep it. Good attempt by Leilani Blecha. There's Garospi. Oakland crossing in front of her. Passes into Stewart. Now Stewart out to Oakland. Oakland back to Griselge, and that one out to Merriman, and that one will go. And that's good for three by Jewel Merriman. Reza Poe bringing it in to Jania Sawyer. And the whistle goes, and there may have been too much time in the key there. No, Sacred Heart will keep it. Poe with the inbound pass. And that's to Scobie. And there's a long shot that's going to go off the back rim, and a great second effort there by Reza Poe, who stands all of 5 feet 3 inches to get some points there. And St. Francis answers right back with a layup by Jamie Garospi. Reza Poe, bring it back now. Looking for some daylight. Now driving across the right side. And that's to Jamia Sawyer. And Sawyer, no, I beg your pardon, that was Inez Gallegos with the attempt. And for three, and three more. And Griselge, the 5'10" senior guard. Now it's up to a 15-point lead for the Lancers. And that one won't go. Good attempt there by Scobie, but they do get their own rebound. That's Jamila Sawyer. And for three. And Reza Poe strikes again. And a timeout taken. And I think that one may have been taken by the Lancers. So we'll know it was taken by Sacred Heart, but we'll step aside while they sort things out. Don't go away. Back here at St. Francis High School, where the Lancers, who at one point led by 15, are now leading by a very respectable 12 points with 3:23 to go in the third period. And the inbound pass to Garospi. And here comes Jess Oakland driving and thought she'd get it all the way, and that might have been a double dribble, but it is a turnover. And here comes Leilani Blecha. That's to Poe. Poe driving in. Turnaround jumper tried, no. Passed out to Madeline Eade. And Eade looking for a place to pass it. And St. Francis will get the ball back. There may have been an extra step taken there. Inbound. Again, backcourt defense, which was somewhat effective for Sacred Heart in the first half. They are trying it again there. St. Francis too quick, at least in the forecourt. Passed out to Oakland. Now there's to Griselge. Now back to Oakland. Oakland to Stewart. Stewart back out, and three-pointer, and no, it's a little short. And Reza Poe gets the rebound. Mia Sawyer dishing it back to Poe. Poe going for three, and it won't go. St. Francis does get the rebound. I know it out of the hands of Garospi, but she does control it. Garospi, that's to Saglembeni. Now to Grizelge. Grizelge off the screen from Stewart. Now Stewart under the pin and puts it home. Sydney Stewart strikes again. 40-26. Reza Poe. Kiana Moniz. And that's going to be a shooting foul. And Maddie Eade will go to the line. Or is that Blecha? I only saw the three. It's Blecha. And that one's good. Substitutions being made here by both teams. I'll inform you who's on the court when I get a chance. And the second one, perfect. As it's a 12-point ball game now. Here comes Garospi. Now backing up. Driving. Turntable. Now driving back under the base. There's Garospi. And a three-pointer, and it's a little short there. That was Jess Oakland with the attempt. The Irish. That's Ania Versosa, number 0. And that one laid in. Nice one there by Mia Sawyer, the 5'7" freshman for the Irish. And now it's a 10-point game. Spencer's driving. That's to Touch. Now back out to Garospi, and Garospi nothing but net. As St. Francis answering back every time there's the hint of a run by the Fightin' Irish. Poe to Enriquez. Now back to Poe. That's Poe. Driving, looking for daylight, and she puts it home. As we're in the closing seconds of this third quarter, St. Francis still controlling the game and the scoreboard. And that one, miscommunication there. And Saglembeni says, hey, that's on me. Pass intended for Jess Oakland, I think. Ashley Enriquez with the inbound pass to Reza Poe. Poe all the way across the court, and time expires before Mia Sawyer can do anything with that pass. So 3 down and 1 to go. With 1 quarter left to play, it's St. Francis 43, Sacred Heart 32. We'll be back. And we're back for the 4th quarter of tonight's contest. Third quarter, much like the other two, with St. Francis maintaining a lead and winning in the foul department also. Only 1 team foul this half on the Lancers, 3 on the Fightin' Irish. As the Lancers bringing it back, relaxed manner, leading by 11 with less than 8 minutes to go in this one. Attempted a layup there, and that's smothered. And good lead pass there for the Fightin' Irish. That's Blecha. Blecha looking for daylight. And now under the basket, she gets her own rebound. That's Malia Scobie, and that one goes home. Great shot there by Leilani Blecha, the point guard, junior. Ava Saglembeni coming into the game now for the Lancers. And it looks as if Jamie Garospi is being helped off the court with what may be an ankle injury. Jamie's been a huge part of the offense for the Lancers tonight. We certainly hope that she's okay. Griselge now trying to overcome that backcourt defense. Now being double teamed, and Poe trying to take a hold of it, and St. Francis will retain possession. Saglambeni to Sawyer. Back to Griselge. And the whistle goes. Stewart had possession. No free throw there, so Saglambeni will make the inbound pass. And that's to Griselge, who puts it up and puts it down. 3 more. Three-pointer, no, won't go. Stewart with the rebound. Here comes Griselge to Oakland. Nothing but net. 2 straight three-pointers. It's Enriquez to Poe. Now there's Poe. Poe to Blecha. Blecha driving, may have taken too many steps, but it does go down. Sorry, that's Ania Versosa who got that one for the Irish. And the Lancers again, and Stewart all alone, able to lay it in, and she had all day to do it. Driving along the left side now. Bounce pass, perfectly fed, but air ball by Poe. Now comes Griselge. No, that's Saglambeni. Looking to get around. Broken up, loose ball. And we have a timeout called. We'll step aside while these teams sort it out. It's 51-37 Lancers. Don't go away. 5:31 left to go in this contest here at the Schott Family Team Center at St. Francis High School on this January night where it's been all Lancers all night. They have not trailed a single time in this contest, and I don't know if it's even been tied. Playing on their home court with a better record, the numbers would have suggested that, but Sacred Heart refusing to go quietly there. That's Lalani Blecha. Poe with the pivot and the 3. Saglambeni into the forecourt. Now to Sawyer. Sawyer along the right side. Back out to Griselge. Now Stewart at the left post. Griselge for 3. No, won't go. Off the iron. And there's Blecha with the rebound. Bringing it back. Trying to bring it within 8 or 9. Three-pointer. No. And that one, Sacred Heart will apparently retain possession. The Lancers think they should have it. And Blecha will make the inbound pass. Second team foul just called on the Lancers. It's an 11-point game. Poe to Gallegos. Gallegos to Blecha. Blecha to Scobie. Trying to get something up there, and that one won't go. Attempt there by Inez Gallegos. And here come the Lancers. Jamie Garospi back on the floor. There's Merriman to Stewart. Stewart being double teamed. And That one in and out, won't go by Grizelge, but it's recovered. And Bleche can't believe that one. Sydney Stewart going to the line. Sydney Stewart has not missed a game. And she didn't miss that one either. This is at least her second appearance at the line. And that makes it a 13-point game again. 4 minutes exactly left to go. Poe into the forecourt. Driving and may have taken an extra step. That was Versosa there, who had it last. Sacred Heart will keep possession. Looking at the inbound pass, and that one almost over the head of Gallegos. Gallegos on the left post, cross-court pass, and that one just a little bit too hard, and the Lancers get it. Merriman with the rebound. Gives it to Oakland. Now Oakland to Garospi. Here's Grizelge to Oakland. Oakland, whistle goes. That'll be a foul on the Irish. Grizelge making the inbound pass to Stewart. Stewart to Oakland. Oakland to Grizelge, and that one, I think Gallegos got a piece of both of those. And the ball's turned over. So the Irish have 3:18 to work with and 13 points to make up. There's Moniz. Poe for three, and down it goes, and now it's a 10-point game. Driving, stolen, and the Lancers get it back. 13-footer, no, doesn't go, and there's Versosa. St. Francis playing just a little bit of backcourt defense now. Moniz driving across the left side, looking for a pass to Bleche. Bleche driving, lays it in, but it's off the boards. And St. Francis now realizing that 10 points, comfortable, but still looking for more. Pass in, that's to Oakland. Now Oakland driving. Looking around for a 4-footer, doesn't get it. Gets her own rebound, that one won't go. And Oakland will go to the line. Jess Oakland. 68% from the free throw line, that one won't help. 5'10" senior. Came into this game with 190 points and 188 rebounds. And that one's too hard. And that one, unforced error there by Sacred Heart. And the Lancers will get it back. Oakland to Garospi. Garospi. Here comes Grizelge trying to lay it in. And that's partially blocked by Gallegos again. Gallegos 5'11". No one taller on this team than she. And that one bounced in. Nicely done, and Jess Oakland happy with her performance there. And there's a timeout called. We got 1:56 to go in this one. 55-43 St. Francis. We'll be back. Someone once told me that teams put the name of the mascot on the end pads to remind the teams who they are. I don't really take a lot of stock in that, but in case St. Francis did forget what their mascot is or what their team name is, there it is for them. And they certainly haven't forgotten how to play basketball because they're leading this one with by 12 points with less than 2 minutes to go. Sacred Heart putting up a great battle, but have not been able to overcome the speed and the shooting accuracy of the Lancers tonight. That one's tipped. And good attempt at defense there, but Sacred Heart will obtain possession. This coming Friday night, both these teams will play again, not against each other. St. Francis will be on the road to visit Presentation down in San Jose. Sacred Heart will also be in San Jose taking on Archbishop Mitty. Be interesting to see what the outcome of those games are. Here comes Garospi bringing it in again for the Lancers. There's Griselge, Stewart. Stewart double teamed and stolen right back again by the Lancers. Garospi thought about a shot. Griselge in, and that one is picked off cleanly by Moniz. Sacred Heart refusing to go quietly. There's Versosa. And now driving, I think that was Sawyer, and that one is out of bounds. Skylar Took coming back in for the Lancers. 48 seconds left in this one. Garospi trying to get buyer coverage, going in for a layup and couldn't get that ball launched. Lancers will retain possession. Be interesting to see if the Lancers can make it an even 60 with the few seconds left here. Passing it around, here comes Took, and that one's off the iron. Gallegos brings it up. Poe almost all alone and buckets it. And then margins down to 9, but the clock, Sacred Heart just hasn't got enough time. The story of this game has really been the speed and the accuracy, as I've said before, of the Lancers compared with the bad luck and the fouls that the Fightin' Irish have gotten into. In the current half, both teams have 5 team fouls, but in the first half, it was a much different story. It was late in the second period when St. Francis had their first call of a foul on them. Coupled with that is that St. Francis has been a bit more patient with their shots, and they haven't felt like they've needed to do the fast break quite as much as the Fightin' Irish. And the proof is in the pudding, as they say, as the Lancers leading by 9 points with less than 17 seconds left here. Trying to overcome the backcourt defense. Griselge trying to get around, screen there. Now she's going for a layup and time expires. It's all over. And our final score tonight, the St. Francis Lancers 55, the Sacred Heart Fightin' Irish 46. Tonight, Josh Young was our producer and director. Thanks a lot, Josh. Renee Mendoza, my good buddy, was on the camera there. Thanks, Renee. Good to be working with you again. Robin Frank, also on cameras tonight. That's Breen Yuen helping out. Special thanks to St. Francis High School, and I'm Mike Messner reminding you, run for the roses, but don't forget to stop and smell them. God bless everyone. We'll see you next time.